Hi guys, it's me again. So this is video number 2, and this is how or where I'm going to start sharing my life story with you. As I mentioned, I've had many experiences growing up. Not knowing that I am a medium. Again, I was just told I was a medium, and it actually all makes sense because of my experiences growing up. But this is a journal that I have, and I recommend it for those that are experiencing what I experienced, I guess. I just started doing this about a year and a half ago. Around the time that I received those, like when we had lost 3 family members last year, I felt like again I was being called to do something to kind of move forward. So I started writing, and I find that writing really does help. And it also shows it's an appreciation to the other side as well, through my experiences. So anyway, I got this book, and it's again a journal, and I separated it into 2. So this first part here, I've put my dreams, and I've dated them as well. It's all like scribbly because I'm like half dreaming, or sorry, half awake, half asleep when I'm like writing these. But as soon as I wake up, I write it. I write about my dream, taking note of every detail that I remembered. Again, as appreciation going forward. And then I separate the back side here as for my life events. And so right from the get-go, right from when I was young, all the way up and through. So I'd like to share in this video about how I recognized, how I just felt something shake just off. Anyway, sorry. Startled me. How many of you out there remember your very first time here being on Earth? For some people that I talked about, like my daughter, I know my oldest daughter, she remembers being like 1. I don't remember any of the first 5 years. I do not remember until I just turned 5, and just as I was 5, I remember sitting underneath a tree. It was on a summer day. I was with my mom. I had like curly hair that was like maybe up to shoulder length, and she's like there taking a picture of me. And I kind of looked around, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, how did I get here? It's crazy it may seem. My mom was like laughing, and she's like, what do you mean, how did you get here? And like from there on in, I just remember the specifics of my life growing up, and I felt like I was being led now, so like throughout my life basically. But I didn't. When you're a kid, you don't really take in as much as you do when you're older, kind of thing. So anyway, having said, I'm going to share with you that day. So sitting under the tree. So at 5, I remember it just like, it's almost like I got plucked here on Earth, and I was like, what? Anyway, so right as I was 5, I was diagnosed with life-threatening asthma. So I struggled for a good year or 2 of just intense asthma. I couldn't go out to the doors on a spring summer day. I was allergic to pollen, to bark, on trees, on like animals, like dogs, cats, things like that. So no matter where we moved, because we moved a lot when I was younger, so, stability there. But anyway, we've always had to live in the proximity of a hospital, whether it's a block away or 2 or whatever. But I remember this one specific night, and I felt like I was almost about to die because I was like on my last breath by the time I got to the hospital. But my dad at that time, it was the middle of the night, and I went into an attack, and my dad actually carried me and like ran with me to the hospital, and we were maybe a block away, which seemed forever as I'm like gasping and gasping for air, like it was so intense. But I made it, and when I got there, it was just kind of like they put the oxygen tank. I remember being in the hospital for months on end. I had to do schooling in there. It was in like oxygen tanks. Like I was like alone. I was so alone. I was so sick. I couldn't be a kid. I couldn't be out and about. I admire all the kids that are on the trees playing and what have you. But my mom was like, enough with this. She says, so I was maybe 7 or 8 at this time, and she says, Cindy, you're coming with me. And so she took my hand, and we have like a First Nation background, so very spiritual, I guess you want to say. So my mom says we're going to the pilgrimage, and so she mentioned Lac St. Anne, which is just out of Edmonton, maybe half an hour, 30-40 minutes away, and she took me to the pilgrimage. And so they have like teepees, they have nuns from around the world, priests that come in, and then our family members would be there pitching up teepees basically, or tents, or whatever you want to say, call it. And then we would just kind of like enjoy family. But when we got there, my mom took me into this one specific teepee, and I remember 3 elders laying hands on me, basically praying from head to toe. Again, I'm only 7 or 8, so I'm not sure what the heck's going on, basically. And I was like, Mom? And so I remember my mom being to the right of me, and she's like whispering in my ear. She's like, know that God is real. No, and know that you're going to be healed today. And so as she's telling me this in my ear, I have these 3 elders laying hands upon me from head to toe, and boom, they kind of hit me in the forehead. I fall over. Don't know what the heck's going on. It actually scared me. I started crying to my mom, and she's, consoling me and hugging me. But I must say, from that day on, I did not have another asthma attack. Swear. Bible. I do, I swear. Very grateful, so thankful, and know that it's God, it's how else would I be healed? So anyway, having said, I remember going out, and they had these like axes kind of laid out, and you can chop wood and what have you. So I started doing that actually, and I think my mom was busy chit-chatting, so she wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, and next thing you know it, I actually chopped my thumb, the tip of my thumb off. It was like hanging from just a vein and a skin. Like, I'm not joking. You can see the inside of my meat and everything. And I'm like, Mom, what did I just do? And she's like, oh, she runs over and she's like, what did you do? So she actually takes the tip of my thumb that was hanging, literally, put it back just like that. I don't know if you can see, but I have like a scar there. If I kind of move it to the side, I have like a scar. Anyway, she comes and she puts it literally like this, and she puts a band-aid because she's hauling, for people to come, and they actually had band-aids on hand. So she wrapped it up with 2 band-aids, and I swear the following day, when we went to remove it, it was intact. No joke. And you can see my thumb, like the nail and everything, is all normal. All normal. No stitches, no nothing. So I'm thinking that when I was healed, the Holy Spirit was in me and had healed my tip of my thumb back, and everything is back to normal. I just have that scar as a reminder, but know that it's definitely true. So that, I would recommend that movie, Miracles from Heaven, as I mentioned. So true. Definitely true. But yeah, anyway, that was my very first experience, I guess you might want to say, in the supernatural world, I guess. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to sharing more stories with you. Thank you for allowing me in your home, and for trusting me in my process, and sharing your experiences as well. Until next time, love and light. Take care.